The world is witnessing a tectonic shift in the global balance of power, driven by the rise of the BRICS nations: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries, once considered peripheral players on the global stage, are now emerging as formidable forces, challenging the established order and reshaping the contours of international relations. These emerging economies, once relegated to the periphery of the global stage, have emerged as formidable players, challenging the established order and reshaping the contours of international relations. Their rapid economic growth, coupled with strategic investments in key sectors, has positioned them as influential actors in the global arena. This shift is particularly evident in the realm of natural resources, where BRICS nations have steadily amassed control over a significant portion of the world's most critical assets. From vast mineral deposits to abundant energy reserves, these countries are leveraging their natural wealth to gain a competitive edge. Among these resources, rare earth metals hold paramount importance, playing a pivotal role in powering the technologies of the 21st century. These metals are essential for the production of high-tech devices and renewable energy solutions, making them a cornerstone of modern industry. These elements, with their unique magnetic and conductive properties, are indispensable components in everything from smartphones and electric vehicles to wind turbines and advanced weaponry. Their applications are vast and varied, underscoring their critical importance in the modern world. As the world transitions towards a more technology-driven and sustainable future, the demand for rare earth metals is only set to skyrocket, making their control a strategic imperative for any nation aspiring to global leadership. The race to secure these resources is intensifying, with countries vying for dominance in this crucial sector. BRICS nations, with their vast reserves and growing technological prowess, have recognized the significance of this resource and have strategically positioned themselves to become dominant players in the global rare earth market. Their collaborative efforts and investments in mining and technology are paying off, solidifying their influence. This control over such a critical resource grants BRICS nations significant leverage in the international arena, enabling them to influence global supply chains, shape technological advancements, and potentially reshape the geopolitical landscape in the years to come. Their strategic positioning is a testament to their foresight and ambition. The implications of this shift in resource control are far-reaching, extending beyond the realm of economics and trade to encompass geopolitics, technology, and even the future of global currency dominance. The ripple effects of their actions will be felt across various sectors, influencing global trends and policies. It is a development that demands close attention, for it has the potential to reshape the world as we know it. As BRICS nations continue to assert their influence, the global community must adapt to this new reality, recognizing the profound impact of their rise on the international stage. To comprehend the magnitude of BRICS' growing influence, it's crucial to understand the vital role rare earth metals play in the modern world. These 17 elements, often referred to as the vitamins of industry, possess unique magnetic and conductive properties that are irreplaceable in countless applications. Consider the ubiquitous smartphone, a device that has become an extension of ourselves. Rare earths like neodymium and dysprosium are essential components in the tiny yet powerful magnets that enable your phone to vibrate, produce sound, and even determine its orientation. Without these elements, the sleek, multifunctional devices we take for granted would be significantly bulkier and less efficient. Beyond consumer electronics, rare earth metals are critical to the advancement of renewable energy technologies. Neodymium magnets, for instance, are crucial for the efficient operation of wind turbines. As the world seeks to transition away from fossil fuels, the demand for these magnets, and consequently for rare earths, will only intensify. Furthermore, rare earth metals are indispensable in defense applications. From guidance systems and missiles to lasers and radar systems, these elements are essential for maintaining a technological edge in modern warfare. This makes control over rare earth supplies a matter of national security for any nation seeking to maintain a strong military presence on the global stage. The strategic importance of rare earth metals cannot be overstated. They are the building blocks of the technologies that are shaping the 21st century, influencing everything from communication and transportation to energy production and national defense. As such, BRICS's growing control over these resources has profound implications for the global balance of power and the future of technological innovation.
The global supply chains for rare earth metals have long been a point of vulnerability, particularly for Western nations. These metals are essential for a wide range of high-tech applications, from smartphones and electric vehicles to advanced military systems. For decades, China has dominated the production and processing of these critical elements, accounting for approximately 80% of global output. This dominance has allowed China to wield significant influence over the global supply chain, often setting the terms and conditions for the rest of the world. This reliance on a single source has made many countries, including the United States, uneasy, as it creates a strategic dependence on a geopolitical rival. The potential for supply chain disruptions due to political tensions or trade disputes is a constant concern. The emergence of BRICS as a major player in the rare earth market adds a new layer of complexity to this already intricate equation. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are increasingly collaborating to leverage their collective resources and influence. With Russia and Brazil possessing significant reserves of these elements and India and South Africa showing potential for future production, BRICS nations are well positioned to challenge China's dominance and reshape the global supply chain in their favor. This could lead to a more balanced distribution of power in the rare earth market. This shift in control has the potential to disrupt the existing order, creating both challenges and opportunities for various stakeholders. Investors, companies, and governments will need to navigate this new landscape carefully. For Western nations accustomed to relying on open markets and established trade routes, BRICS's control over rare earths represents a potential vulnerability. The stability and predictability of supply chains could be at risk. It raises concerns about price volatility, supply disruptions, and the use of these resources as a bargaining chip in geopolitical negotiations. The stakes are high, and the outcomes of these negotiations could have far-reaching implications. However, this shift also presents an opportunity for greater diversification in the rare earth supply chain. By exploring new sources and forming strategic alliances, countries can mitigate the risks associated with over-reliance on a single supplier. By fostering partnerships with multiple suppliers within the BRICS bloc, Western nations can reduce their dependence on any single source and enhance their resilience to potential disruptions. This approach can lead to a more stable and secure supply chain. This will require a more pragmatic and diversified approach to resource security, moving away from the traditional model of relying on a single dominant supplier. Policymakers and industry leaders will need to work together to develop and implement these strategies. The implications of BRICS's control over rare earth metals extend far beyond the realm of resource security. It could influence global economic trends, trade policies, and even the balance of technological power. It has the potential to reshape global trade patterns, accelerate technological innovation in emerging economies, and ultimately contribute to a more multipolar world order. This new dynamic could lead to a more equitable distribution of resources and opportunities on the global stage.
BRICS's control over a significant portion of the world's rare earth metals bestows upon them a strategic advantage in the evolving geopolitical landscape. These metals, essential for a wide range of high-tech applications, are the backbone of modern technology and innovation. In a world increasingly defined by multipolarity, where power is more diffuse and alliances more fluid, control over critical resources translates into leverage and influence on the global stage. This shift from a unipolar to a multipolar world means that no single nation holds overwhelming power, making resource control even more crucial. Firstly, dominance in rare earth production provides BRICS nations with significant economic clout. These metals are indispensable in the manufacturing of electronics, electric vehicles, and other advanced technologies, making them a cornerstone of modern economies. As the demand for these metals continues to surge, driven by the growth of high-tech industries and the transition to renewable energy, BRICS nations are poised to reap substantial economic benefits. The global push towards sustainability and green energy further amplifies the importance of rare earth metals. This newfound wealth can be channeled towards infrastructure development, technological innovation, and poverty reduction. further bolstering their economic and geopolitical standing. Investments in these areas not only improve domestic conditions, but also enhance their global influence. Secondly, control over rare earths grants BRICS nations leverage in international negotiations. This leverage is not just economic but also political, allowing them to shape global policies and agreements to their advantage. In a world where access to critical resources is paramount, the ability to regulate supply and influence prices gives these nations a bargaining chip in their dealings with other countries. This control can be used strategically to forge alliances and partnerships that align with their long-term goals. This leverage can be used to secure favorable trade agreements, attract foreign investment, and advance their geopolitical interests on the global stage. By positioning themselves as indispensable suppliers, BRICS nations can negotiate terms that benefit their economic and strategic objectives. Moreover, dominance in rare earths fosters technological advancement within BRICS nations. This control encourages investment in research and development, leading to innovations that can propel these countries to the forefront of technological progress. As these countries control a larger share of the global supply, they are incentivized to develop downstream industries that process and utilize these metals. This not only adds value to their raw materials, but also creates a robust industrial base. This leads to the creation of new technologies, industries, and jobs, propelling their economies up the value chain and reducing their dependence on Western technology. By fostering self-reliance, BRICS nations can mitigate external pressures and enhance their strategic autonomy. Finally, BRICS's control over rare earths contributes to a more multipolar world order. This control not only shifts economic power, but also influences political dynamics, challenging the status quo. The ability to exert influence over the supply of such critical resources provides these nations with a degree of autonomy and leverage that challenges the traditional dominance of Western powers. This shift empowers them to play a more assertive role in global governance. This shift in the balance of power has the potential to create a more equitable and multipolar world, where decision-making is more inclusive and the interests of a wider range of countries are taken into account. Such a world order promises a more balanced and fair global system, reflecting the diverse interests of its participants.